Hey everyone, how's it going? Quick video and a bit different, showing you how to get alt arts on One Piece TCG Sim. Not trying to waste your time, so I'll get right into it. As you can see, plain sim, fresh download we have right here. Very simple way to do this, but I'll go over a few things. As you can see, we have the customized image thing here, where you can just upload a new image, but I think this method is a little bit faster, I want to say. We'll go here. As you can see, I have a custom background as well. I'll show you how to do that. This is the first link that'll be in the description. It's just for the One Piece TCG Sim if you need to download it or if you're new to the game, right? This is the Google Drive that everyone downloads this from, right? Download the Sim for your version. And then this is for the alternate arts. This is another fan-made thing. Firstly, I want to say, if you want custom things on the Sim, I believe the creator of the One Piece TCG Sim has a Patreon where you can have custom backings for your Don and your cards and everything, and playmat that your opponent will be able to see, I think, when you're playing against them. So a really cool way to support the creator, and I feel like I should mention that first and foremost. But this will be all localized for us. Only we can see the alt arts when we download them, right? For this method. So you'll go here. There is a file for Android. I'm not sure how to do it on mobile, but it is pretty straightforward on PC. You just go to one of these files. This has all the cards in it, this third one here. You can just click on here, download. I've already done that, but as you can see in here, we have all of the sets through set 9, PRBO1, promos, all the starter decks and everything. You just download that. Now here we have that folder downloaded, just the cards folder. So what you'll do is go to your location for where you extracted the sim. So it's under builds_window in whatever file directory you put in. And then you'll go over here. As you can see, we have the sim here right above it. We have OPTCG sim_data, go in there, then find streaming assets folder. And then in there, there's a cards folder. So this contains all of the cards for the sim, right? Then all we'll have to do is go to where we downloaded the alternate arts, this card folder, drag it into your sim. It'll prompt us to download that. It'll be a pretty big download because, you know, a lot of images, but you'll just say yes, replace all. It'll do its thing, extracting. And then also, you can see in the same folder while that's doing that, we have the background.jpg. That is your Sim's background. As you can see, I had Onigashima Island. All you'll do is get the image you want to replace it with. For me, I had Onigashima Island, obviously. It has to be 1920 by 1440, as I'll click to show you here. Boom. It is 1920 by 1440. That is the size that you'll want to get, right? At least for mine. Just click on the file, see what its dimensions are so you know what you need to put it as. Find an image or create an image that you want to put, make sure it's that dimensions, and then just do the same thing here. For example, like if this was the background image, you just drag it into here, make sure it's titled background.jpg. It'll ask you to replace the file. You click yes, and then you have your new image. Then, as you can see, we have all the cards downloaded. Let's open the sim to see. The only thing that I should really mention is whenever there is a new patch for the sim, right? As you can see, it's checking for updates if you have the patcher, or if you just manually download the updates. You might have to redo this. I would highly suggest redoing it, right? Just so you can make sure there's no issues with it. But as you can see, we load, we get all of our alternate arts, boom. Lovely Borsalino from the PRBO1, right? And you can also pick and choose which versions you want, right? There was that file for variants. You know, you can download your Don, you know, you can make it as blingy as you want, right? If there's an alternate art for the card, you'll probably find it. For this site that the Google Drive was on for the alternate arts, I believe there is a Discord link as well for whoever makes the alternate arts, but I haven't used it. I just go on the Google Drive. All I did, if you want to find it for yourself, was I just Googled One Piece TCG Sim alt arts, found a Reddit post talking about it. It was one of the links. Went through it and it just works. They are pretty high quality, like resolution, so not too blurry, and they don't have the sample written across it, so you can, you know, I think that's the main thing people have been asking me about. How do you get the alt arts that don't say sample on it, right? And you can technically do this with any image, really, if you wanted to, you know, as long as it has the file name of the card in its respective file folder, right? It should work, but I would just do it from the sim. Like, it's just pretty quick. You just download that whole card folder, extract it to your Sims file under the streaming assets for cards, right? And then you got it. I will give you one example though. If we go back under OPTCG Sim_data, and then streaming assets, cards. Say there was a new update to the sim, right? For OP09. OP09 was the newest set coming out in the sim, right? And say our sim had already all of the alternate arts for the starter decks and all the promos and everything up until OP09. What I did in the past that kind of worked, so all I did, take an example, I have a fresh download for the sim, right? So we go in here. This would be where you would go to extract the .exe to the file, right? All I did was I went into my new sim, the files, the same folder, OP TCG Sim underscore data, went into streaming assets, found the cards folder, and I deleted everything but the new cards that were going into the sim. So for the example I said, say the new folder was OP09, right? We were getting cards for OP09. I deleted OPO 1 through 8 and then extracted it so it doesn't override our old files. It is though simple and fast just to go and re-download the cards folder off the site because you can just get it all in one go, right? And then you kind of take away the hassle of worrying if it's going to work or not, right? Whenever you get the sim. This though sometimes messes up with the patcher. Sometimes the patcher messes up. So sometimes I have to just fresh install my sim with a new update and then put in the alt arts again, right? Hopefully that makes sense. At the end of the day, I think the best method is just get a fresh install of the sim if you're using alternate arts and then just redo the process. It takes like 2 minutes to just click on that folder, click download, and then just drag it into your sim folder, right? Oh, whoops, is that a channel you can subscribe to? That's crazy. But all it takes is just going to that cards folder, right? Clicking download and then just pasting it in. Same with the alternate Dawn. Obviously for the alternate Dawn, you only choose one, right? You can pick throughout the list, right? But I don't think you can have multiple different types of Dawn, right? You can just go in here, pick one and replace the Dawn folder, right? All you would do. So in our Dawn folder under our sim, you just go in here. There's just one Dawn.png, right? All you do, download one of these, name it Dawn.png, and replace the original Dawn with your custom, right? Very simple, very straightforward. Of course, like I said, there is the creators Patreon that you can support if you play a lot on the sim and you want a custom play mat or custom sleeves, I believe, for your Dawn or custom Dawn in general. Like, I think you can get that by supporting the creators Patreon, and that way even your opponent can see, I believe, when you play them. Like when you play somebody that is subscribed to the Patreon, I believe you can see their custom stuff as well. If you do it this method and just download the alt arts, like changing the image, only you see this, right? Your opponent isn't gonna see all of your alt arts, right? But it's just fun to play with sometimes, you know. But yeah, hopefully that was very quick and straightforward and to the point. I don't do too many of guides like this, so next video and going forward we'll be back to just our regular deck profiles. So if you want some deck guides for the One Piece TCG, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you all in our next video. Bye bye.